Heavy hitter Shade 45 every Monday. Heavy hitter spotlight artist of the week, and our artist this week is Uni-G.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? He's
shaking?
not even a new artist. He's not new to this. He's been on tour. He's dropped big records in the past. I've even played his records in the club before, and I've seen the footage like, y'all really played the record. So you're not new to this, but you're new to the show.
Yeah.
So if we can, I would love to start from the beginning.
Okay.
So we can know what's going on with you now.
Right.
So Uni-G, let's say 10 years ago.
10 years
ago. Who is he?
That's crazy. That's the perfect time too.
Yeah.
So around that time, 2016, I dropped my single Swerve, and it was doing well. It charted number 32 on the charts.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so I went on my first tour, and it was my own tour, Swerve tour. And
congratulations again.
Appreciate you. And what's crazy is the first show I didn't know how it was going to be because I was doing it myself. No team, really, just my guys, and it sold out. We had Fred the Godson.
Congratulations again. And you had Fred the Godson?
I had Fred the Godson. That was my guy. And so he did my first show and we sold out. After that, I did another show. I had Manola Rose, Nitty Scott, Graf, Trey Pizzy, a few people all in one show. And so it really started blowing up. And so different people started coming out. TV people come out, different radio stations. And I'm like, oh, wow, I could really turn this into something. And from there, I dropped my album. And when I dropped my album, I mean, everybody and their grandmother was at my album release party. I'm talking about from the old heads, like the old school guys, So Sonic Force, so forth and so on, to the new guys.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. My boy, Mr. Biggs. I had the record label was at my album release party. And this was off of something me and my friends just built. I didn't have no manager, so forth and so on. I had a, email that I was doing all the work, but, my guys was helping me, but that was it. And from there, I started going on tour with Lupe. Lupe picked me up. We was on tour with Lupe. Then 2018, Tyga, A Boogie, Dave East was on the first tour. Nice. Smoke DZA. So from there, that's when things really took off. So that was just the beginning. 10 years ago.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
All right. That was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, who is Uni-G today?
That's a great question, man. Today, Uni-G is a man of God. That's number one. That's the thing that defines me. Uni-G today is a man who's just trying to get the music out there so it can change people's lives. Like, it's bigger than me. I want it to glorify God. I don't care about, putting myself on. Like prior to, I'm glad we never had the chance to do this because prior to, it would just been about me. Like, yo, check out my record, bro. Let's how can we connect? Now, if I leave here and you like, yo, Uni, I want to set up a Bible study, bro, I won. That's what I would love that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Uni, let me just sit down with you 45 minutes, show me the truth. That's who Uni-G is today. That's what I really want to do. I want people to be healed, because what happened to me around right before 2020 is somebody hacked my Instagram page. And he started asking people for money. And he's asking, people at the labels. He asked Lupe Fiasco's manager, Sway, you know what I mean? And a lot of them, they started giving money. So he got thousands. I'm talking double digits. And for me, because music defined me so much, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, yo, I just built this from the ground up since a child. And now you just took away everything that defines me. I don't know how to identify myself other than being a rapper. I didn't know what I was into. I wasn't into ball. I wasn't into any sports. Nothing. Legit, all I did was rap. And so once that happened to me, I'm like, who am I? Legit. So you asked me that is deep. And so I started to define myself, but through Christ. I'm also Ghanaian. I'm from Ghana. And being Ghanaian, American first generation, going back to Ghana, they're like, you're not Ghanaian. You American. Americans, they're like, you an African booty scratcher. So there we go. I don't know how to define myself again. But then I was able to define myself through Christ. So I'm like, okay, like he told me I have definition. So who Uni-G is today, I'm a man of God who's just out here as a byproduct promoting my music, making music, enjoying life. You feel me?
Being a man of God and making music.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put the word difficult on it. Mm-hmm. Do you find it that people don't understand like where you're coming from?
Right.
Or they don't really understand your approach?
You know what's crazy? It's now, it's being a Christian is trendy.
Okay.
Everybody's going to the Christian side, quote unquote, they think it is. And so it's easier now. So like I have a record called Pablo that's pretty much about a friend who died in the street, so forth and so on. And I plan on getting Rick Ross on that record because I plan on saying, Ross, just don't curse, but just share your testimony. Mm-hmm. So it's not as crazy. I feel like artists, there's many artists who just sharing their testimony, like Rod Wave, like Hard on Ice. That is a gospel record right there. No curse. He's just talking about, listen, I was in jail and this is what I want. So it's not as uncommon anymore. Now before it was a little like, all right, what is this? Nobody's trying to hear it. But I thought it was corny to be a Christian rapper. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't want to do it. But then once I saw what I'm doing on the other side, I just did a crowd of 3,500 people from different parts of the world. I'm talking about Guam, Africa, and I'm like, and they're all screaming my song. They don't want A Boogie. They don't want Tiger. They want Uni-G. And I'm like, oh, I thought performing with Tiger and A Boogie was the biggest thing I ever did. But this is way bigger. So now I can go to these crowds and bring out A Boogie's crowd and bring out the church. I now have no problem selling 15, 20 tickets. I can pack a house of 200 people just off people from the church, plus people of the world. I'm not missing anything. So it's not hard at all. It's a whole different world that God been trying to get me into, but I was hesitant, you know? So, whole different world. Whole different world.
Yo, man, I love this story.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I love it. So now, you have a single.
I got a single, I'm Free. Nothing's gonna stop me
and
now.
you know what? The name of the song is I'm Free.
I'm Free.
Now, is that self-explanatory?
Of course it is, you know, because I was shackled down to different things, like just being a rapper and being defined by that. I was shackled down to the club. I was shackled down to women, pornography, so forth and so on. And I just didn't know I was shackled down. That's the scary part. Yeah. I thought I was free. I had you spinning my record. To me, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. I'm over here with Sway. I'm in Sway in the morning. I'm in South by Southwest. I'm moving. I'm thinking I'm free, until all that quote unquote freedom gets stripped from you. That's how Satan works. Gives you everything and takes it all away from you. And so that's what happened to me. And I'm like, oh my God, like now what do? And I realized I was never free. I was shackled. I was shackled by the idea of the world. And, oh, you got women, I got the joints. I have girls doing crazy things at my shows. Crazy things. I had tour buses.
I wish I was there.
Oh, no, you don't want to be there. Trust me, you don't want to be there, you know what I mean? And I legit was renting out Greyhounds. Had the whole Greyhound packed full of people who are now famous, and girls doing the wildest things. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Nah, you know, and I thought I was living, but I wasn't. So at the end of the night, you got to go home and deal with yourself. You got to look at the ceiling and say, okay, what's next? And when there's nothing next that brings you happiness, true, pure joy, then you start to feel like, well, now what is my purpose in life? And that's the worst thing. I thought my purpose was music. And once that situation happened to me, I'm like, now what do I do? You know what I'm saying? So I'm free, yeah. It symbolizes all of those things. Symbolizes I'm really free now. If music doesn't happen, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm good. Before, I just had my son. I wasn't even joyful about that initially because I'm like, dang. Something else that's gonna slow me up. I got married. Dang, now I gotta be responsible for someone. And I'm letting go of all these things that truly bring happiness, that truly brings freedom. So yeah, I'm free now. I'm free. I'm married with a baby, and I'm up here. I'm really free.
Yes. And I was looking at a clip on your Instagram.
Yeah.
You had people all over the globe. Not the country, not the city or the state. All over the globe.
Yeah.
In this video.
Yeah.
Just quickly explain to us, how was that even possible?
Right.
Because, you know, somebody's going to say, oh, that's AI.
Yeah,
you know,
that's crazy.
Saying that, yo, that's AI, that ain't real.
All real people. So, prior to when I was on tour, you know, for my first album, Welcome to My Universe, I was really hitting all over the world. So I performed out in Dubai, I was out in Iceland, doing radio interviews, so forth and so on. So when I was hitting these different places, I made relationships. You know, I was in Ghana, so forth and so on. And so with those directors, I hit them up like, listen, I got a new record, and I need you to film anybody on the street willing to take a few seconds to say some of my lines. They said, Uni, I got you. Because I was always real about building real relationships with people. You know, like I said, even outside of this, I pray we keep in contact. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, they just started sending in the footage. So I just hit up all these directors in these different places all over the world. So obviously, like I said, we have people in Reykjavik, Iceland.
I still don't know what that is.
You know what
Reykjavik.
You know Reykjavik.
You ever heard of Reykjavik?
Yeah, Reykjavik. And you know what's so fire? My church is worldwide. So a lot of the people in the church, in the videos from the church. So I have Dublin, I have London, I have so forth and so on. And of course, people who wasn't a part of church, but now I have access to worldwide. You see what I'm saying? Like what God did, I can legit go to London now and sell out. And I've never been in London. I can sell out London. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I was able to do it. I just hit up these different people, directors, they filmed it, and now we're global.
So Uni-G.
Come on.
What's your social? How can people find you? Because people are listening right now. They might say, I want to get up with him. I want to see what's up with him.
Yeah. So all social medias is I am Uni-G. You can find me on my website as well, www.iamuni-g.com. Take a piece of me home with you. And of course, they could DM me if they want to do a Bible study, so forth and so on. But that's
spell Uni-G for everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes people can't spell.
You're right. You're right. So it's IAMUNIG. But Uni-G is UNI-G. And they can check out the new video. I'm free as well, and it's going crazy.
All right. So look, without further ado. Intro the new single. Let everybody know. Let's go.
Yeah, it's your boy Uni-G. If Uni-G, this is my new single. I'm free. It's on right now. Sirius XM. Let's work.